Hi guys, I hope you are all having a great start to your 2018. I know that I am, and currently I am still on winter break, so that's why we are able to do this video. So let's get started. So for those of you who do not know me or have never stumbled upon a video, which is very likely, my name is Molly and I am currently a first year teacher and I teach 5th grade English language arts and social studies. Now this video is going to be all about what my goals are for the second half of the school year and the things that I want to change about my teaching or start to implement in my career. Now something I do want to say about these goals is they're not crazy, they're not out of the blue or anything like that. Because I'm a first year teacher, I'm also teaching a grade that I've never taught before and a subject that I've never taught before because I actually went to school for social science education and I teach elementary school. So there's just been a lot of learning throughout this process in this job. But I'm so grateful I have it. I love it. It's been extremely exciting. But just when you hear the goals, you're probably like, okay, like, shouldn't you have already been doing that? But a lot of this past, the first half of the school year, I've just been in survival mode, trying to learn as much as I can about how to teach English and what's the correct behavior management for a 5th grader and all of that. Like, I've just been trying to do my best and get the content across to the kids. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer. When you hear the things, you're probably going to be like, girl, you should have been doing that. So without further ado, here are my 3 goals that I have set for teaching in 2018. So my first goal is actually something that I personally, as a student teacher or someone who was going into the teaching profession, thought I was going to be really good about, and that is parent communication. Now, I use Class Dojo, and we also send out a weekly newsletter, so as a whole, I do contact parents frequently, as like a very general, like, hey, this is what we're doing, hey, this is what I need, can someone help me? Like, I'm really good about that. I am pretty consistent with Classroom Dojo. I know there's a lot of people who start it and then kind of fall off the bandwagon, which I've done a couple times this year, but I try to be really good about it. So the goal that I want is more specific, like with building relationships with parents. And in doing that, I want to contact 2 parents per week about one thing that their kid has done well in my classroom that week. So that seems really simple. Just shoot an email being like, hey, little Johnny, paid it really great attention, was really respectful today. And I really wanted to start off doing that. I kind of have like a bad story about it, but one time I called a parent because I'm just way more of like an on the phone person than email. And I was like, this student did so good today. And they were like, why are you calling me? And I was like, all right, okay. So that kind of like burnt me from like actually wanting to like contact parents. But I just know that if I was a mom and when I'm a mom, I want to hear the good things that my kids do because I feel like so often it's just bad things. And I think that when doing talking about good things, it'll help hopefully build some relationships with me and the parents, because a lot of the times it's just very like, I get emails when things are wrong and that's okay. So my first goal, again, is to email or contact 2 parents per week strictly on positive things that their children have done. My second goal for teaching is I want to be able to differentiate, which is a hard word for me to say, and I don't know why, 1 lesson per week. And we already differentiate quite a bit in my classroom, like with our small groups and with the reading passages that we do during teacher time, like with me one-on-one. But I want to take it up 1 more notch and just do 1 center activity per week that is differentiated. And I really haven't thought about exactly how I'm going to do that, but I definitely feel like that's something I want to do. I want to pursue learning more about differentiation and just how I can best teach my students. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. I kind of need some help on that. I'm gonna definitely try to like look into it more. But I think with just one center extra a week of differentiating, my classroom will look a lot different. Because we already differentiate by groups and by what we're reading in those groups, I think it'll just take it up one more notch. So if you know anything about differentiating instruction, it's so hard for me to say, or you have any good videos or resources to that, please put them in the little comments below, because that's something I constantly want to learn about, because there's so much. I feel like every time I learned one thing about differentiation, there's like 16 other things that I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot. So if you have any ideas of where to start, I'm thinking I'm going to start implementing it into my centers. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let's go on up. Okay, so I actually need to refilm that third part because I went on a long rant. But my third and final goal for 2018 school year is I want to do one fun activity per month. Towards the end of this second quarter, going into break, I noticed that my classroom is pretty boring. Not the classroom itself, but what we're doing is just not fun. It lacks variety, and I think being on a routine is really good, but the kids themselves were just dreading every aspect and every ounce of my class, which is just not what I want for them, and I don't want to be bored either. So I'm going to try to do one either hands-on or just crafty activity per month. I'm starting off really small, and then if I can see some good, if I see good results from it, then I would love to implement that more. But just once a month, I'm going to plan a very fun, hands-on activity that relates to what we're learning in either social studies or ELA. So again, if you have any ideas or fun things that you just like that's typically done in like the second half of a 5th grade year, send it my way. I'm all about Pinterest, all about Teachers Pay Teachers. I love other teachers' Instagrams. My teacher Instagram is in the description below, and if you have any recommendations of other teachers to follow, I'd love to. So I'm going to leave you off with this. What are your 2018 teaching goals or personal goals? I could make a whole nother video about my personal goals, but who cares about those? Leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the community of teachers that are on YouTube. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bloop.